trading card games are expensive. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is no exception to that. And because it's so expensive, even the kings at the top tables, well, they might have started not unlike you. In this series, I want to give advice and possibly some deck lists for new, returning, older, and budget duelists. I'm Noah from Glitchmaker, and this is the King's Allowance.
Yo, what's up guys, it's Noah from Glitchmaker, back with another episode of King's Allowance. And it's about that time of the year for me. I live in America, and a lot of Americans celebrate Christmas. And when you're a younger, you tend to get hard cash for a present from some of your family members, which this goes for the same of almost every other holiday too, even birthdays. And that leads to the topic of this video, the holiday splurge. Every TCG player is probably gonna get at some point and decide to go on a little shopping spree. Well, a lot of these times these shopping sprees occur around a holiday or a birthday. So I want to get ahead of the curve and just give some advice on, what you should be probably looking up, keeping an eye on, just to make sure that you make a good purchase and you feel like what you bought was worth it. There's four main things that people will splurge on within trading card games: staples, deck cores, upgrades, and accessories. And it's all dependent on what they need at that point. First up, staples. Just anything you can generically use in mini decks. They can be quite expensive sometimes. So a birthday or holiday could give a teenager or young adult the funds they need to be able to afford some of these cards. And that's always great. It's always great to have staples. Don't go and buy staples if you can't afford them, because they're staples. You can probably play a different staple in their place. But having the best or near the best staples is always a very nice thing to have. So just keep an eye on the prices of some cards. If there's a staple that you need and you can get the reasonable price, go ahead and do it with your little holiday splurge. Deck cores. Some people do end up receiving cash and just buying a deck core. And some people will receive deck cores as a gift. Maybe like a Valentine's Day present from your significant other. Fun fact, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players do actually have game. I would not know that. I am single as heck. But deck cores are pricey. And, well, sometimes. A lot of deck cores, though. Having staples to load into them only makes them slightly cheaper to play the actual deck. The deck core itself can still be like $100, $200. So sometimes maybe getting some of that extra money from family members may help you a little bit on affording a new deck. Upgrades. Anything that can fit into a deck you already own. These can just be rarity bumps, powerful upgrades, a new engine, new tech, side deck cards. Just stuff to make your deck feel better or look better. There's always a new high rarity version of some card coming out, and everyone likes shiny cardboard. But don't go for the shinier option. if you need other cards. If you're playing something like, I don't know, Virtual World, and you're like playing a low rarity version, and you're like, oh, I want to get the high rarity versions of the Virtual World cards, maybe hold off on that if you don't have a adventure core or something, so you can have an extra engine to add into your deck to upgrade it a little bit. Accessories. Everyone needs something for their cards. Sleeves, boxes, even dice playmats. It's always in the back of everyone who plays a trading card game's mind. Doesn't matter who it is, there's always this little nagging thought, maybe I need to get a little bit more stuff to help protect and store my cards. And so it's not really a bad option if you want to go for a little splurge. If you don't need anything else that badly, these are just fine. You know, sometimes you don't need to buy a whole bunch of new cards. Sometimes you just need to get stuff to protect your cards. Finally, just research. Do your research. Don't get burned by a new purchase. Don't buy a meta deck that has the potential to get hit. Don't go and buy Snake Eyes as a Minia because it's the best deck, because I guarantee you, next list, there's going to be a likelihood that that deck gets hit in some capacity. Snake Eyes, top 2, top 3 decks for quite a while, and it's bound to get hit. It's still incredibly powerful. It's still winning events. And Flamer's Dragon just got reprinted in Rarity Collection Bonanza. That might get hit. Konami has a thing with the Rarity Collection sets and hitting cards that they just reprinted on the next list. What you buy is dependent on your collection and your budgetary constraints. Don't go and buy a playset of Fuaras if you only have $400. Stretch out that money. Maybe save a little bit for future releases. There's a new Maze set. I don't know what it's called. It's got some really good stuff in it. Some TCG marketplaces like TCG Player or Core TCG, some of them just have holiday sales or holiday events. It's always a good idea to try and take advantage of those, if you can. I won't judge you if your only option is to buy off eBay or Amazon. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get your cards. But that is all I wanted to go over. Wanted to get ahead of the curve. I'm filming this super in advance, so there may be a bulk bin episode in the next few weeks after this goes up. No promises. But with that, I'm Noah from Glitchmaker. I will see you guys next time.